Level 5.
Lil, rise and shine.
Come on, Dad. You rise, you shine. I'll take 5 more minutes.
Facts, right there.
It's time to get up.
Shouldn't you be down at the guard shed? And shouldn't I be heading down to cover for you?
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Better start off with the bad news.
We have to work the night shift tonight.
I'm going back to bed.
No, you're getting out of this house and taking some time to yourself today.
It's not a house, it's a tavern. And we're in a tavern because you keep gambling all your money.
Why do we have to work the night shift?
Good news or bad news? Apparently you didn't pick the right person's champion for the rescue mission, whatever that means, and they're punishing you for it.
I can't help it that they picked losers.
And I won't be able to cover for you, because I'm also working the night shift at the East Gate.
Okay, and what's the good news?
There isn't any. I guess it was just bad news this time.
Who's punishing you?
No one. I work the night shift a couple times a week to help us get by.
And that would be because you keep gambling everything.
Oh, Dad, I didn't know that.
So, I guess you could say the economy is punishing me. That and inflation. If taxes keep going up, I might have to get a third job so we can keep affording things like your little doohickey here.
Wait, don't touch that!
Whoa, what just happened?
Do you want the good news or the bad news? Both are. I don't know. Do you feel okay?
I feel fine, sweetie. No need to look all blurry about it. Now you get out of here and enjoy your day off. But don't enjoy it too much. You have to work all night, remember?
Okay, I'm going. Just try not to operate any heavy machinery until I get back. I should probably check in with Dr. B and make sure my dad isn't radioactive.
Alright. No radio.
Now you get out of here and enjoy your day off. But don't enjoy it too much. You have to work all night, remember?
Alright, and we collected our chronometer 3000.
Oh, God! The rat problem is even worse than I thought. We eat all of our meals here.
She gags. Well. Squeak. They're so cute when they squeak.
It's still broken.
Okay, I guess we don't get to have it fixed. There's more.
This hat, it is not as fantastic as my previous hat. My journey, it continues.
But, Mr. Fantastico, that's not a hat, that's a rat.
Isla, Simon, Lamont. How's it going, guys?
Hey, if it isn't Little Miss, I haven't been around for a while. Where you been all this time?
Not around. I got what every kid fears they'll get one day. Chickenpox? Worse than that, Simon. I got a job. What are you up to?
Well, you just missed the rock throwing portion of our morning. Sadly, we chucked the last rock in the alley over the fence. Next, well...
We were thinking of seeing if we could get our mitts on some of the cool stuff that Garby guys got over there. They look like magical toys, basically.
Yeah, bad
I have
idea.
to use a bunch of those for my job, and even though they look like a barrel of laughs, they're serious business.
Come on, Lil. For some reason, the world is basically treating you like you're old. Work your magic and score us some sweet loot.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I'll talk to Garbanzo over there and see.
Alright. Most of these criminals are part of the notorious Hilltop gang. Bunch of dorks. Yeah. Hilltop Studios are the developers of this game.
Hi, Lil. Sorry, I'm not quite ready to open up the shop yet. I can't seem to find my inventory key. What are you doing up so early?
Working the graveyard shift tonight. So, I'm finally available to see some of my friends who have responsible parents and reasonable bedtimes.
People like those small hooligans over there?
Those aren't small hooligans, they're my friends. And I was actually coming to talk to you about letting us borrow a couple of items.
I stand by my statement. And we can talk about loaning you some merchandise later. But first, I've lost the key to my inventory, and I think one of them might have stolen it. Maybe you could talk to them for me. Work your little guardsman magic and see what you could do to get it back.
On it.
Alright. Let's go over. Which one of you doofuses stole the key?
Alright guys, time to confess. Which one of you took poor Garby's inventory key?
Wasn't me. I don't know.
I ain't saying nothing.
So that's the way it's gonna be, is it? Listen, I need that key to upgrade tools and buy more power crystals, so one of you is gonna tell me who's responsible.
Are you a lawyer all of a sudden?
Nope, but I'm a guardsman. I hope you got your story straight, cause I really don't want to go down to the guard shed and get my metal detector. So tell me, which one of you took Garby's key?
Between you and me, I saw Lamont poking his big, dumb, handsome nose that sits in the middle of his gorgeous face all around that booth. It was probably him. Oh, he's such a bad boy, but also...
Yeah, someone's got a crush on him.
It was Simon.
I've never brought this up to the group before, but I think Isla is a kleptomaniac. I always see her taking things out of Lamont's backpack when he's not looking. But also...
I could make up my mind now, or dig a little deeper.
Let's dig a little deeper.
I know it wasn't me. I'm in a bit of a two-strike situation with my parents, and I'll be sent to the National Ballet School in Marvog if I get in trouble again. But I'm telling you, Lamont got here first, and I saw him rooting around Garby's shop.
In fairness, Garby shouldn't have a shop in the middle of open air if he doesn't expect to have some kind of theft.
I said it before, I'll say it again. It was Isla.
Yep, he just changed his story.
Okay, maybe Isla isn't a klepto, but she did go through his bag just before you got here. Maybe she's got a good reason to be going through his stuff. I got here third, so I didn't see anything.
Okay, so I think Lamont stole it, but Isla has it.
So, did you figure out who took my key?
Yeah.
I hate to be a narc, but I think it was
Lamont.
It was probably Lamont. He's the tough-looking kid with the missing tooth.
Thanks, Lil. I'll be right back. Hey, you! Mullet boy! Stay right where you are!
Garby isn't smart or strong or fast. By the time he reached Lil's hooligan friends, they had run off, but Lil had been correct and startled Lamont, dropping the key as he fled.
Ugh, got the key back, and those hooligans ran off. It's a win-win. Now my shop is ready to open. For helping me out, I'd like to offer you some gold to upgrade one of your tools, or load up on crystals, whatever your little heart desires.
Awesome. Okay, that actually helps me with... Has truth spray always been 60, or am I just... purchase an additional... Purchase an additional... Okay, that's a permanent upgrade. And then these are... So I'll have 9 total, because I've got 6 right now, and I'll have 3 more. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've already got enough... So I could get, what do I want? I could get another X-ray. An X-ray would be helpful. Or... Yeah, I can only do 1 if I want to do... I'm debating. Or I could add a metal detector. No, I've already got 2 of those. I haven't really had a whole lot for the decoder ring. But he did give me some money, so I'm going to take that as a win, and I'm going to hold on to my money for now. Maybe I'll come back. Alright. Going down to the dig site. The entrance to the dig site is closed, but there's a note. I have convened a meeting at the Mages Guild. The dig site is closed for the day. Dr. Marquise Beatrix von Matterhorn.
Well, that's just great. What am I supposed to do now? I guess I could go back in time to when she was here.
I'd better not.
But Dr. B did say I could only use it at the guard shed. Maybe that's why it's on the fritz? I better just get to my shift before this thing explodes.
The I don't know whatever for overpriced food. That is an awesome name for a stadium. Let's go over here.
This hat, it is not as fantastic as my previous hat. My journey, it continues.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fantastico. I hope you get your hat.
Oh, hello, dear. Are you here to watch the Goblin Ball game?
Hiya, Mrs. A. I usually find Goblin Ball too boring to watch, unless of course there's a little action on it, if you know what I mean.
I most certainly do. I've got this month's pension check riding on a sure thing tip that's gonna pay out big time.
Most people who believe in sure things have a gambling problem.
Yep, preach it.
It's a sure thing, I tell ya. I'll even share my tip with you if you'd like. Since I really bet the ranch on this next game, I don't have any gold left to buy my snacks. Would you be willing to help a little old lady buy a large hat made of nacho chips with melted cheese sauce on top? Mama just can't enjoy the game without one.
Yeah, not for 35 gold, and those are
I don't
disgusting
think I should,
nachos anyway.
Mrs. A. Heavily salted food at your age could contribute to what I'm guessing is an already existing heart condition.
Why, you presumptuous little... No matter. I'm sure Fredo will spot me for it. I'll be good for it after my bet comes through anyway.
Step right up, one and all, and win some money on the Goblin Ball.
Hello again, Fredo.
Inconspicuous illegal gambling.
Again? I've never seen you before in my life.
But I placed a bet with you on the last game.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Pavlov.
Kaladar Lightning game against the Brawlers. I won some money.
Okay, if you say so. Person I've never seen before. Anyways, you want to make a bet on the game?
Sure. I at least want to hear about the
at play,
teams.
kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about?
Let's listen about the...
This team went under a major rebranding and hired a whole new set of eager rookies. They're fast, but lack the muscle mass that some of the more seasoned teams have. Let's hope the starch in those new uniforms doesn't slow them down too much. You sure you want to bet on them?
No.
Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about?
Let's listen about the home team.
Ah, the home team. People either love them or they hate them. Me? I'm indifferent. But with the princess missing, the kingdom could really use a win right now.
Okay.
Nah, if only those bums would get up off their behinds and show a little hustle every now and again. Great team, though. Are you sure you want to bet on them?
Sure.
How much you looking to gamble?
Let's just do a nice 10. That'll still give me... Yeah. Yes.
All right, kid. Your bet is in. Good luck.
All right.
Let's watch some Goblin Ball.
What an embarrassing series of unfortunate accidents for the Milton Marauders. First, hometown hero Jorbala Pepstein barrel rolls out of the way and completely avoids the Marauders' lightning-fast offensive line. Next, the Sprawl's own dynamic duo, Edie and Audrey O'Goblin, shave all 14.7 seconds they need off their time in order to open the Diamond Snorf's cage. Incredible! We only see that every few years. It all comes down to the final wagon wheel toss, and the coach has sent in Sir Warren of Bainbridge, the bad boy of the Brawlers' midfield passive-aggressive line. He's muttering something to himself. He spits. He lifts the wheel above his head. He spins again. He spins a third time, and it's launched. But what's that? The Marauders' weather wizard sends a fierce gale force wind at the wagon wheel, and it's way off course. And it's coming this way. Oh God, I'm stuck in this booth and it's coming right for me. Oh God, tell my wife I love...
Well, that was a particularly gruesome way for the Milton Marauders to win the game.
Hey, tough luck, kid. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
That's like... Seriously? Okay. This is why you don't gamble, folks. I wonder if Ms. Abernathy actually won. I've got... Malcolm's office. I guess you can't interact with him? Okay. Little locks, but there's no response. Okay. Nothing to do. Alright. No one else to see, so we're gonna go down, head down to the shed to work the night shift. All unvisited locations will become unavailable. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to do, really.
What's this? A mysterious present? Perhaps a secret admirer?
Dear Lisa, thanks for picking my guy for the rescue mission. He left last night to find her royal missingness, and we haven't heard from him since. Also, we think he took some stuff with him before he left. Anywho, please find enclosed a cash bonus of 500 gold. Wait, what? What do you mean we don't have 500 gold? The thief stole it? Well, that's just great. And now I've written this all down in a letter. Anywho, please find enclosed a cash bonus of 100 gold. Lousy, stinking thieves, you can't trust them. P.S. Shame to hear you have to work the night shift. Okay, so we got 100 bonus for picking Malcolm's guy. We received 100 gold.
Sweet.
Would have been a little beneficial to have that before, but it's okay. There's no writ for the manual for the night shift. However, there is a book labeled Monster Manual sitting in front of Lil. Alright, the Sprawl Monster Manual, first edition. There are 8 pages. Doppelgangers or shapeshifters. Frequency, very rare. Special attacks, shape change, sneak attack. Weakness, susceptible to physical damage. Alignment, chaotic evil. Size, small to medium humanoid. Does your loved one seem more addled than usual? Maybe they've been replaced by a doppelganger. These monstrous creatures have the ability to superficially assume the appearance of anyone. When dealing with a suspected shapeshifter, show them an item they should recognize. Where possible, show them their child, show them Jimmy. Note, chemical compounds such as the patented Truth Spray have no effect on what are essentially gelatinous blobs. Forest entities. Frequency rare. Special attacks stomp and or thwomp. Weakness is fire, woodcutter's axe, poorly administered town hall meetings. Alignment true neutral, size climbable. The story of the first transformation from mundane trees to sentient, mobile being is lost to history. These creatures are extremely dangerous, but generally motivated by threats to their territory. The bark of forest entity is often the site of cryptic magical runes and prophetic writings that can be deciphered. When the great expansion of the Sprawl was undertaken by King Oswin I and then his son, King Oswin II, goblins participated as laborers and artisans in the city's construction. In recent times, various crimes and misfortunes have been widely attributed to this group, leading to their decreased presence in public life. Whether or not they have an actual predisposition for crime and mayhem is hotly debated by the High Council and non-human rights groups. Goblins, very common. Special attacks, none. Weakness, susceptible to physical injury. Alignments varied. Size, small. Herring, red. Frequency, about 50-50. Special attacks cause confusion, create conflict where none should exist. Weakness, careful consideration. Alignment, chaotic neutral. Size, small fish to giant and everything in between. Beware the red herring. Its siren's call have led many adventurers to follow the wrong path or to find enemies where none exist. Use your judgment and don't believe everything you hear or see. The temptation to believe a red herring is strong, but be vigilant and you will come out on top. Lycanthropes, aka werewolves. Frequency, rare. Special attacks, bestial rage, claws and teeth. Weakness, silver, the rising sun. Alignment, chaotic evil. Size, post-transformation, big AF. Academics are split on whether this affliction is magical or medical. The cursed or afflicted person suffers an attack or bite and come the first full moon transforms into a half-man, half-beast killing machine. In most cases, the individual remains blissfully unaware of the transformation, but in some cases they know and desperately seek asylum to save their loved ones from their dark passenger. Mole people. Frequency, common. Special attack, digging, biting when provoked. Weaknesses, daylight, non-fatal. Alignment, varied, often true neutral. Size, small. Long ago, a subset of humans and elves carved out a life lived underground. This evolutionary branch began to change to accommodate their new existence. They became smaller, relying more heavily on their sense of smell and hearing than their soon underdeveloped eyesight. In addition, their hands and fingers became more claw-like because of the digging. While considered disfigured and even monstrous by some, please do not persecute the mole people. They are not to be punted. After all, without mole person labor and digging know-how, the sprawl wouldn't enjoy the world's greatest sewer system. Necromancer, frequency rare, special attacks, raise undead, miscellaneous spells, weakness, their ego, alignment, lawful evil, size, all bodies are beach bodies. Magical practitioners who have broken their codes and oaths and turned to the forbidden arts. Although not illegal, they should be discouraged from entering the sprawl. Note, the Mages Guild would gladly welcome a fallen wizard who has seen the error of their ways back into the fold. However, not one has yet chosen to give up the dark arts once they've tasted that sweet, sweet necromancy. Vampires, frequency common, special attacks, change into bat, hypnosis, flight, dental, peculiarities, weakness, sunlight, UV, garlic, counting bags of small grains, and wooden stakes. Alignment, usually evil, but best not to judge a book by its cover. Size, human size. In centuries past, vampires were the stuff of myths and legends, sticking to the shadows and covering up the ghastly deeds in order to remain hidden from polite society. Recently, as a result of the powerful vampire rights movement led by goth rock icon Vlad Extreme, vampires have come out of the closet and many have become productive members of society. So we will continue. All right, so we should have enough to power everything with full-fledged crystals. Let's hold off on that one. We want the decoder ring. 2 on that one and 1 there. Okay. Is that good? Okay. So now I've got 1 on everything. If I did something where, like, if I had, like, the bullwhip, I had a second one on that one, I'd probably throw the random one on that one. Okay. So with that, let's begin.
Good evening, child. I have not seen you at the post before.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Drew the short straw this time. Burning it at both ends, you know? Just gotta keep on trucking through.
I hear you, working the graveyard shift myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't be out in the sunlight.
You said it.
Alright, so let's...
What did you say your name was, sir?
Heinrich
And last name?
von Pyre.
Von Pyre?
Von Pyre.
Title?
Count.
Your name is Count Heinrich von Pyre?
Yes.
What? Were the less obvious names taken?
I have no idea what you mean. I happen to come from a long line of von Pyres.
I have no doubt in my mind.
Okay. If he's a vampire, he will like to count.
Maybe this will loosen your lips.
A bag of rice? You're showing me a bag of rice? Why would you do such a thing? Would you happen to know how many grains of rice there are in that bag?
No, I don't.
I don't know. A lot?
Holy crap! Okay, just give it to me. I will count them for you. A bag
One.
of rice. I never, in all my years.
Okay, weirdo. Next.
Alright, maybe you didn't know it, but a vampire is cursed to count every grain of rice in the bag that is given to him. This kept him busy before daybreak. Good job. And the picture didn't even go through.
Listen, little girl, there isn't much time. You must send me to jail immediately. I pray you don't make me explain any further. We haven't the time.
Yeah, if he's wanting to go to jail, then yeah, I've seen him before.
I feel like I've seen you before. Did you go to a funeral for a cat recently?
Sprinkles! That vile beast of a feline. I am certain that cat cursed me and turned me into the monster I am today.
Okay, well, if you're wanting to go to jail that fast, we'll just send you in.
Thank you. Bless you, child. The world is a safer place now.
I really hope you get the help you need.
Sadly, too often our criminal justice system treats mental health just through incarceration. You observed and understand this man's affliction likenism. You made the right decision and quickly.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord.
No, no, little one. Not a god, just an incredibly handsome mortal. People make that mistake all the time. It is I, Prince Phineas, heir to the throne
No
of
one
Petrarch.
doubted. Yeah, I know.
I know who you are. I was working the gate when you arrived. I let you in.
Unfortunately,
And
I
still
let you
you
in.
mistake me for a god? Well, who can blame you?
Do you have anything to declare? Please say no and just go about your business.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
I declare that I am...
Drunk?
No. Well, actually, hold on. Yes, I am drunk. Sauced. 3 sheets to the wind. Nay, 4 sheets.
No sheet. Okay, and I feel like I'm gonna regret asking, but what have you been doing tonight?
What do you want me to say? Milkmaids? Or what I've been doing with the milkmaids?
Please, no.
And there's the regret. Never mind.
I don't need to know details.
Aren't you here trying to win the hand of Princess Desdemona?
Well, sure I am, but when the Mages Guild throws a party in your honor, boy, do they know how to show you a good time. And you can't stop a fox from stealing eggs, am I right? Huh?
Good night, Prince Phineas.
That's me. Ha ha.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. Now get out of here, you drunk fool.
Oh, all right.
Good evening, my dear.
Mrs. Abernathy, you're out awful late, especially with all these comings and goings about the sprawl.
Oh, my stars! Would you look at the time? How the day does get away from you. I best be turning in.
Yeah, what are you
My
doing
dad will
out so
sure be
late?
glad I've seen at least one familiar face tonight.
Yeah, a familiar
Your
face.
Yeah, you know my dad, Hamish.
Oh, yes, Hamish. Your dad, Hamish. Best be getting home to bed.
Yeah, that doesn't sound suspicious in the least.
That's funny. I don't think I've ever heard you call him Hamish before.
Yes, usually I call him your dad.
No, usually you call him Shamish.
Yes, Shamish. Best be getting home to bed.
You're also repeating yourself. What was the... There was something that was... seem more adult than usual. Monsters able to superficially assume. When you're dealing with... Show them something they should recognize where possible. Show them child, show them Jimmy. Okay. So show them something that they've had. She gave us...
Something is seriously weird here. Didn't I read somewhere about showing people something familiar? Does this do anything for you?
Oh, yes. It is very nice. Thank you.
Cinnamon roll sounds really good right now, too.
That was one of your award-winning buns, Mrs. Abernathy. You don't recognize it?
Award-winning buns.
Yeah, your teeth look a little... awkward?
Don't you recognize it?
You're not Mrs. Abernathy at all, are you?
What big teeth you have.
Get out of here, you lousy shapeshifter monster!
You tried to show Ms. Abernathy her own buns, revealing her to be a shape-shifting monster. Well done. Yeah, I think they fled.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the little girl who works the guard shed. I was hoping we'd meet again. I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a rather important meeting to attend.
And what exactly is this meeting you're attending?
If you must know, I was summoned by Praetor Kargan personally. It is a highly confidential matter that doesn't concern you.
Well, it does concern me because we are, I've been entrusted at the gate, so yes, it does. But he could be out late.
The praetor is here waiting on the decision of Princess Desdemona. Seems legit to me.
Oh, good. So long as it passes your inspection. I was so concerned that you would have reservations. Thank goodness you approve.
Yeah, but first... Let's go through and scan. I'm debating... See if anything picks up on the metal detector, and if we don't get it, then we'll go through on the X-ray.
Oh, that. An Athanatos family heirloom.
I should confiscate it, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna like the outcome if I do. So we'll return it.
Thank you. You have a keen eye, young guard. Potential? I see potential here. The Athanatos bloodline is extremely old. In fact, it dates back to before the founding of the Sprawl. And this locket has been passed down through each generation to get to me. It's far too powerful to hand over to the likes of you.
Yeah, I don't think he would have handed it over anyway. What
What
power?
do you mean by powerful? What power does it have?
This locket has been the key to unlocking great power for all of my ancestors.
Oh, it's like one of those good luck charms? That's disappointing.
Yes, something like that.
Okay.
Why does Praetor Kargan want to meet with you?
I'm feeling rather generous today, so I will tell you. The Marvog High Council, led by Praetor Kargan herself, are concerned. As ceremonial killings have become more and more common, their numbers continue to dwindle. With that in mind, the Empress reached out to me regarding the practice of necromancy to preserve the life force of some of these brave fallen souls.
That seems pretty truthful.
Necromancy. Isn't that bringing dead people back to life?
Oh, child, it is so much more than that. With knowledge of life and death, the future and the past both fold atop one another, connecting us to all of time and giving us the ability to foretell not only what has been, but what is to come.
Yeah, but you're talking about that, so, if you're gonna meet with her, then I can foil that plan. And we're talking about having, like, the zombie apocalypse in Margov. No.
You have no right to deny me, no right to even stand in my view, you pathetic smaggle.
But I do.
What's that?
Smaggle. Yes, that is the word we mages use to describe worthless, magicless beings such as you. You are a prime grade A example of a smaggle.
Dude, that's pretty weak.
I agree. That is pretty weak.
No, it is not weak. It cuts to the core.
Nah, that's lame. Get out of here.
Yeah, get lost. Hit the road.
The Praetor will know of your insolence, little one.
If a rather evil seeming mage is wearing an amulet of immense ominous power, it's probably good that you know more about it. Knowledge is power.
Oh my god! Are you some kind of scary tree monster?
Yes! Now let me in or I'll thwomp and stomp you!
Hold on. Let's read about what is it about trees? Oh, okay. Sorry, the first transformation. The bark can be with a cryptic magic runes and prophetic writings. It can be deciphered. Alright. So let's talk first.
What business would you say you have in the sprawl this evening?
Too many people come through my woods. Too many strangers stomping on our roots and throwing their garbage on us. Me and my brothers and sisters say no more.
That must be really hard on you and the other scary tree monsters.
Not all are scary.
Maybe more like misunderstood. I want to see what the runic message, so let's do the decoder.
I noticed you have something carved on your bark, but I can't quite make out what it says.
Somebody carved it on me when I was a sapling. It was a mistake.
Mind if I try to read it?
Okay.
So let's have the decoder.
It reads, to lodge all power in one party and keep it there is to ensure bad government and the sure and gradual deterioration of public morals. Does that mean anything to you?
That was the words of person who came to woods to write. I remember him, Mark Goblin Twain. He was inspiring to Scary Tree Monster. Talked about how to make change in world.
And was it through stomping and thwomping?
No, it wasn't. That was Scary Tree Monster's idea. He spoke of change through something called corrupt government systems.
Maybe there's a better way to get people out of your woods. Maybe a more official way.
Are you saying Scary Tree Monster should run for government office to implement real systemic change?
That's how you make change.
Sure, why not?
Like I'd always tell my kids, like if you don't like the government, get out and vote. If you want change, be the change. Can't complain if you don't vote. If you want something done differently, get out there and make it happen. Alright, I want to talk one more time.
So if people coming through your woods is bugging all of your plant friends, why didn't they all show up? Why just send you?
Plant friends got together and decided Scary Tree Monster should go. Scary Tree Monster was voted the scariest and strongest and can walk pretty well. So he was the one elected to stomp and thwomp.
So you were an elected representative.
Seems like you have a pretty democratic way of figuring things out in the woods.
Yes, but we must still be wary of the tyranny of the majority.
Alright, and we are going to admit.
I believe in you, Scary Tree Monster. I think you'll make a fine governor, or Congress tree, or whatever you end up running for.
Thank you. Now all I need is a snappy campaign slogan.
A vote for me is a vote for a tree?
A little on the nose.
Alright, you diverted the life path of the violent monster towards a life of politics and public service. Vote Scary Tree Monster.
Hello. I wish safe passage through this gate.
Can do. I'm just gonna need you to lift that hood. Gotta see if you're human, or elf, or gelatinous blob. We've had all types tonight.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I assure you, I am human. Now, please allow me safe passage.
You've got a real mysterious, don't ask me any questions vibe going on. What's up with that?
I simply have nothing to state or claim. I just wish to enter.
I understand your desire for secrecy. Trust me, I live with my single
I
father.
seem to recognize her.
I've been there.
She was at the Goblin Liberation in the on the other side of the wings. But before we go, let's do nope.
Whoa, what's with the neck candy? A little out of place for someone dressed so discreetly.
My necklace is none of your concern.
So you stole it.
I did not steal it.
Then it was a gift?
Yes, from my mother.
I wish I got a gift like that from my mom. Only thing I got from her was this hair.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna return it. The ties of given to by mother just kind of, we both have
You know, I could keep this in order to get you to tell me more about yourself, but I won't.
I greatly appreciate that.
Greatly enough to tell me who you are?
No.
Aw, you're no fun. That emerald looked like the real thing. Maybe I should call one of the higher-ups about it.
I have to call someone. Ash is gonna be the one. Ash seems to be kind of like the general person to call.
I'm forwarding you to Mrs. Ash now. Please hold.
Lil, I've heard something about a necklace.
Hello to you, too. Yes, the cloaked woman is rocking some serious neckwear. Silver chain, big green rock.
It looked like it was gold and an emerald.
That is the same necklace that the princess wears. Maybe the princess gave it to her as proof so that she could enter safely and relay a message to me. Let her in immediately and tell Travis he's fired.
Why is Travis fired?
Oh, I tell him that every night. It's our little game. Ta!
Oh, that's a horrible game to play.
I'm still on the call, you know.
Alright. So we are going to admit Mysterious Lady.
I don't know why, but something tells me I should let you enter. Maybe it's the necklace, maybe it's the nothing else you've told me about yourself, but I gotta follow my gut on this one.
Thank you. The choice you made here today will not go unrewarded.
Tacos.
Yeah, can't ever go wrong with tacos.
Make my reward tacos.
Okay, sure.
Hooray!
Yeah, need more tacos. Seems the mysterious lady was hiding a royal surprise, well-deduced guardsman, and there may be tacos in your future.
Alright, there. It is done. 62,451! I've counted every single grain of rice in this bag. I also counted 14 bugs, 27 bottle caps, and 1 mouse skull. And you said I couldn't do it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, I did it anyway. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, you were just about to invite me into the sprawl.
Was I?
I'm sorry, but it's almost sunrise, which means my shift is done. You'll have to wait until the next guard comes on duty.
It's almost sunrise? Oh, holy hell, I can't believe I spent another night wasted counting grains of rice! I'll come back tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow.
Why not just wait until the daytime guard comes?
Because I can't.
Why not?
Because I said I can't. I blister in the sun.
I bet you do.
So long, child. Until the next time when you are unfortunate enough to have to work the night shift.
Dun dun dun.
So long, obvious vampire dude.
Alright, and our score. We did a perfect 4 so we were paid 30 gold for our shift. Maybe you didn't know about Vampire's Curse to count every... Okay, we've already... Alright. That gets us some serious coin that we are going to be able to get some upgrades. The only thing we can go left to is the Twisted Sisters Tavern.
It's you! What are you doing here? Are you here to give me tacos?
Tacos.
No, I've come to reveal my true identity to you.
So, no tacos?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Desdemona.
Princess Desdemona? Nah, I knew it all along.
No, you didn't.
Why split hairs? But what about the kidnappers?
There were no kidnappers. I disguised myself and ran away. I'm sorry for all the commotion I've caused. I had to get away to say goodbye to someone important to me before my wedding.
I don't understand.
I'm being forced to marry one of the suitors from these two rival kingdoms.
Yeah, that's old news. What I don't understand is why you, a princess, are here talking to me about it. Shouldn't there be more official people that could play therapist?
Oh yeah, because none of them have their own agendas.
Like Stryker? Ash? Oh god. Oh, not Malcolm. I know my father had faith in them. When I'm gone, your advisors will help maintain the balance, blah, blah, blah. They want me out of the way so they can control my father's kingdom. They've never been good at listening to what I want, or how I want to rule this land. Nobody listens to me.
Sing it, sister.
And now I'm being forced to choose between allying the Sprawl with the Kingdom of Petrard or the Marvog Empire.
You mean Phineas the Pompous Prince or Kargan the Praetor Terror?
And it doesn't even matter if I love them or not. At the end of the day, it's strictly politics. Lucky me.
This is the first time in the game I've been okay being 12.
I just want to make the right choice. Tell me, Lil, what do you think of Prince Phineas?
Yeah, he's the worst.
He's way higher maintenance than you seem to be. And he's an asshole. Nuff said.
And what about Praetor Kargan? What do you think?
I have my doubts on her.
Look, I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't already planning my Halloween costume based on her look. But it sounds like she's got a lot of blood on her hands. I know their ways are different than ours, but come on.
So if you were me, and you had the future well-being of the Sprawl in your hands, who would you choose?
Neither. Of the two, I honestly think of the two in historical setting, Phineas would probably be the better match because, you know, who cares? They're going to do at best, all they need to have is like kids, but it's that financial political union. That's it. With Kargan, I mean, she's headed toward necromancy and magic and aligning with the mages. But Phineas has got... So I'm leaning towards Phineas, even as much as I can't stand him. At least he's the easier one to ignore.
Thank you for your honesty. I know my advisors have jerked you around, but I also know you don't always do what they say, and I like that. You remind me of, well, me.
And Phineas is more fun to make fun of. They do seem an awful lot alike. So many parallels.
You remind me of me too, if I was rich and beautiful and influential.
Oh, you are influential. You've changed the course of fate more than you know.
Yeah, I deserve a raise.
Don't forget beautiful. I am also beautiful.
The sun's coming up. I must go. I shall put my own heart aside and do what's best for the kingdom. '" 'Cause 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 'c
Count Heinrich von Peyer. Although clearly a vampire, Count Heinrich von Peyer was also a registered chiropractor with a private practice on the outskirts of the rapidly gentrifying Little Ogre Town neighborhood. Being compelled to count every grain in the bag of rice you gave him made Heinrich lose a whole night's worth of business. These missed appointments led to a huge number of negative reviews for his practice, which caught the attention of local school teacher and leader of the Better Business Bureau, Minor Hurtgen. The next night, she led an angry mob brandishing pitchforks and torches to his practice's door. Maybe it was the light of the torches reflected in their eyes, but it took just one look for Myra and the Count to fall madly in love, or was it the fact that he was a powerful vampire? One of those things. The Count swooped down and lifted Myra up out of the angry mob. He bit her at least 3 times and made her drink his own blood to facilitate her own vampiric transformation. She left her gig at the Better Business Bureau, and the Count welcomed his new soon-to-be bride into the castle. Now, along with dealing with the pesky Von Helsing fellow who kept trying to kill him, Henrik also had a wedding to plan. Werewolf. The afflicted man was safe from the transformative rays of the full moon, and even should he have transformed, the thick iron bars would have protected everyone. Although the good people of the sprawl were safe from the wrath of his curse, the mourners were not spared the aggression of his fellow inmates. Cornering them in the cell, they shanked him with a handmade shiv, leaving him there to bleed to death. Luckily, the shiv was whittled out of a silver spoon, miraculously curing him once and for all of the curse of the beast that had attacked him so long ago. After a fortnight of recovery in the prison's infirmary, the mourner was released back into society. Unfortunately, on his journey back to Scarborough, in the Shire of Bessarion, the mourner was attacked by a different werewolf, and suddenly he's cursed again. Seems as if it wasn't for bad luck, this guy would have no luck at all. Prince Phineas. Crown Prince of Petrard Phineas Pomp stumbled back to his lavish lodgings at the palace. Hungry and drunk, he lit the fire and put on a pot of stew before passing out on the floor. He woke the next morning having no memory of how he got home or why his room reeked of burnt stroganoff. That is a travesty because stroganoff is one of my favorite meals. But he did remember the rager of a party thrown in his honor by the Mages Guild and the promises he made to them should he be chosen to marry Princess Desdemona. Yeah. This Miss Abernathy was no Abernathy at all. In reality, it was a horrible, shape-shifting monster. Running off into the night, the creature assumed a different identity and gained entry into the sprawl at another gate. Once inside the sprawl, we lost track of it. Having the ability to take the form of anyone made it difficult to track, so its whereabouts remain unknown. It was reported later that night that an unusually untalkative guardsman, Cecil, was trying to break its way into the sprawl's armory. Being denied entry, guardsman Cecil apparently screamed in a high-pitched voice and ran off into the night. Be on the lookout for this creature. Could be anyone. Tyronius Athanatos was unable to meet with Praetor Kargan that night. His promises of sharing the secrets of necromancy with the Margrove Empire went unfulfilled. If he had been successful, the Mages Guild and its agendas would have been conveyed to the Margrove Empire. And if that alliance was put into place and the Praetor was chosen for marriage by Princess Desdemona, who knows what nefarious plans could have unfolded. Dejected, Tyronius went back to his keep outside of the walls of the city and contrived another way to forge his allegiance with the Margovians. He wasn't sure how, but he knew his next plan would have to be 100% Little Gate Guard proof. Scary Tree Monster. With dreams of holding political office now planted in the Scary Tree Monster's head, he stomped his way right to the city clerk's office at City Hall and waited for it to open. The next day, he obtained the necessary paperwork to run for political office. Unfortunately, Scary Tree Monster didn't know how to read or write. Revealing his illiteracy made the city clerk's receptionist laugh out loud, which angered Scary Tree Monster so greatly that he proceeded to thwomp her into oblivion. Where the city clerk showed up finding no receptionist, they hired Scary Tree Monster on the spot to fill the role as their political aide. Scary Tree Monster was now a small cog in the political machine and would no doubt rise in the ranks to one day hold the title of counselor, or dare we say, mayor. Princess Desdemona. When Princess Desdemona returned to the castle, she refused to answer any questions regarding her whereabouts. She immediately issued a royal decree to cut funding to any active rescue missions and to put an end to the antiquated practice of choosing rescuers via flashy game shows. As she lay in bed that night, she reflected on the Little Guardsman's advice. She knew that her decision would irreversibly alter the fate of the sprawl and the fate of every soul who called it home.